What is up, RC enthusiasts? Back here again today with another WPL video for you guys. I've got this right here, the B36KM. If you saw the beginning of this video, you noticed there was something wrong with the speaker cutting in and out. Well, it's a really easy fix. When I added another part to this car to make it a little bit more custom, I forgot to move that wire back in the same location I originally put it in, so I'm going to go ahead and get into this so that we can go ahead and see my setup on my B36KM. So I'll show you what I've done to mine, and I'll also show you what you can do to stop it from glitching out like that so you won't have that sound problem of it cutting out. So let's go ahead and let's get into that. So here we are, my B36KM. If you're not already aware, I have my 10-wheel upgrade on this, which is the wheels you can buy from Banggood. Pretty sure there's other places to buy these wheels, but this is where I got them. And it gives you that 10-wheel setup right there. Got the 2-speed in here, which comes with a kit metal edition. The other editions only come with a 180 motor with a single-speed gearbox, but this is a 2-speed gearbox with a 370 size motor, and it's servo actuated, so you do need a controller that could actually shift that. So if you're going to use your own controller, you're going to need at least a 3-channel controller, or 4 if you want to have lights and stuff like that. But for this one, I'm just using this transmitter right here, which is the WPL version 3 transmitter and sound kit ESC receiver combo, which is pretty good. I do not mind using it at all, although I'm not a fan of the style of the controller because it's kind of small and I kind of like the more normal size controllers, but it's not bad. It feels good in the hand, especially this new one with this rubberizing on it, and the controls on it are pretty decent. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to this. There's nothing special about this rig really in setup because this is how the KM would be set up underneath. Only thing I changed obviously was these 2 screws right here are long screws, so that way I can get more flex. As you can see, that leaf travels up and down now, so when I do articulate, I get a lot more flex out of it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. And the wheels, everything else is, like I said, factory stock on here. And I have that RBRC winch, really nice looking winch. It works pretty decent, it's not bad. Definitely a little bit more finicky to put together than the WPL original winch. This is definitely a lot more finicky to put together. So yeah, there we go. As you can see in the beginning of this video, I'm having an issue with my sound kit cutting in and out, so it's not sounding really good right there. But we're going to go into it. So I'm going to show you how I set my stuff up inside. You're going to see how I put all my electronics in here. Oh yeah, and also one thing before I get into that. I used to run my batteries up here. Now I don't for this rig because I routed. If you can tell, I have a positive and negative cable right here. That's for the battery connection because I have the battery sitting in the back now. Well, right here I'll show you guys in the picture the battery sizes I use for this rig. Now I go as small as this 1500 mAh lithium ion battery, and I go as big as a 3-cell 2200 or even a 3000 sometimes, but normally this 2200 3-cell right here or a 2200 2-cell is what I run on the back of this rig. So alright, let's go ahead and let's take this thing apart. Let's get it open so you can see what it looks like underneath all this. Oh yeah, also before I get any further, I want you to notice right there, you guys see the little foam piece I have right there pushing on the shift servo right there. So it's pushing it that way towards the linkage, so that way when you shift into second or high gear, I mean, which is already in high gear, this thing won't bend backwards and cause some skipping when you're under load. So this right here has pretty much solved most of my issues. I haven't had any other issues with any of my rig after I've installed this right here. I don't have any of my 2 speeds skipping or anything after this. So I've heard of other people skipping after that, so this is not, I'm not going to say that this is a fix for everyone, but for me so far, this and covering the motor like that has solved a lot of my issues and have made these things way more reliable. Here you go. Before I get any further, I want to show you guys that everything is fit underneath that tray without modification really. And my speaker was actually sitting up in here with that, see that mounting point right there I have with a double-sided tape? That's where the speaker was sitting. I just disconnected it because I had to take the cab off to get this piece off for you guys. Well, here you guys go. This is how it looks like underneath my rig. You can see how everything is right there. Now what I did wrong with my speaker right here was the speaker wire was actually going on top of most of this like this. So it's sitting on top of all these other wires, and then it came out the back right by the motor, and that's what causes a lot of interference with these speakers. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm just going to go ahead and route this wire on the side right here, put it all the way up to the front. So yeah, that's going to be where I'm going to try to mount my speaker. I'm going to see if that gets rid of my interference problems. I waterproofed it a little bit more. If you can tell, it's black because of the plaster dip around it. But other than that, that's what it is. Stock V3 board, stock speaker that comes with it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to slap this back together, moving that speaker up front. And I'll show you that I did that once I get it all put back together. And we'll turn it back on, and let's see if I went ahead and fixed that issue. Oh yeah, and one more thing before I continue this, because I know some people want to know a little bit more about the KM, what you get with a KM kit versus the regular kit and an RTR. Well, with a regular kit, you're going to get yourself some metal ring and pinions. Even with the RTR, you're going to get metal ring and pinions inside the axles, but you're still going to get plastic outdrives and plastic hexes and plastic axles. But when you move up to kit, it's still pretty much the same thing. So kit and RTR for the B36 are pretty similar, but with the kit, obviously you could choose your electronics and build it the way you want out the box. With an RTR, you could run it the way it is for a while till finally something breaks and go ahead and upgrade it. But if you're going to get the B36KM, which this is, which is the kit metal version, this one comes with a 370 size motor and a 2-speed gearbox with a servo for the 2-speed. And the regular kits just come with a 180 motor, so this one's a lot more powerful for sure, and you got a 2-speed, so you got a walking gear on there with you so it can go a little faster. And this one also comes with an upgraded center axle right there. As you could tell, it's that upgraded center axle. It's got a bypass through it, so it doesn't have 2 shafts on the ring gear. So there's doesn't have the 2 pinions coming out of here anymore like the old school style. This one actually has just 1 shaft going through it and a bypass going to the rear. That eliminates your wheel hopping. When you notice the center doing this when you're trying to go up hills and stuff, that eliminates that, and eliminates a lot of the binding and stress that this truck goes through, and makes it a lot more reliable of a rig. And all your axles on this one, axles are metal. And the kit does come with wheel weights for the stock wheels, but as you can tell, I'm not using the stock wheels and rims here. And these right here, doubled up in the back with the aluminum wheels, and the aluminum wheels up here are pretty much as heavy already as the kit wheels with the wheel weights in them, so I don't have any wheel weights in these whatsoever. If you watch any of my running videos on this, you can tell it's hard to topple this thing over. Alright, here we go, fully assembled. Let's go ahead and see if we fix that problem with my speaker cutting in and out. Let's go ahead and start this thing. There you go, guys. That's a 3S I have in there right now. Now, WPL doesn't recommend using high C rating 3-cell lipos, even 2-cell lipos. They recommend low C ratings. So I went ahead and bought, I think it was a 25 or 30C 2200 mAh 3-cell for this rig, but right now I have a 60C in there. Well, there you guys go. My WPL B36KM. Running perfect once again once I move that wire back in the right place so it's not being interfered by any other wire. It just consistently started happening to me after I installed this RBRC winch. I went in there and I totally forgot about keeping that wire away from all the other wires and stuff and routing it just out of the way in general of other wires for no interference to the speaker. So now I have the speaker hanging out up here. It's been working pretty good right now. You guys watched that little clip I did just to test it, and so far so good. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out on a trail and see if I have any more issues with cutting in and out. But for now, it looks like I have fixed the issue, and as you can see right here, my B36KM, super cool rig. I really do enjoy this one a lot. It's very, very heavy compared to the regular kit and stuff because all the axles are metal. It's got metal everything on this thing, and you know, drive-wise. Except for the 2-speed transmission, it's still plastic, and a lot of people kind of worry about that, but I have not had any of them strip gears. So the gears are pretty beefy in that thing, especially for something this tiny. It isn't bad. You can go ahead and get that all metal gears for this thing, so you can actually replace the gears to all metal if you want, which I have done right there, back there to the blue C34KM back there. I do have the metal gears in there. It wasn't necessary. I didn't break any plastic ones. I just got them for review and decided to put them in to see how they are. Now the metal gears are going to make your rig a little bit louder, so the plastic gears aren't bad. Just don't even really worry about them. If you're not going to put a brushless in here and try to pop wheelies with this thing, it's not going to break. It's going to be a pretty decent kit. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe below if you want to see more of this kind of content. And for now, be safe, go out there, and run that RC!